Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of AJ's Game Design Corner. It's going to be a short one, or I hope to make it a short one. This is November's update. Yes.
No, I think we missed it just a little bit.
Okay, yes, but it's because I wanted the update to be substantial, so I have a lot of stuff to show you. And the miniatures have not been sent to us yet, but we're going to get that. It's basically going to be a nice little Christmas present where you're going to see all the finals and stuff.
Everything.
So expect to see that as soon as we get it here in December. But I want to do the November update to show you guys that we've still been working on stuff in November. Now, basically, for November, everything has basically been approved in the core set and the boss set by Capcom. There's only 2 pieces of artwork.
My favorite.
Yes, there's an Easter egg that we were hoping to sneak into the game. It looks like Capcom's cool with it. If you've seen other Street Fighter media, maybe films, there's going to be some great Easter eggs all across our cards, and Capcom has been really cool about all that, so I can't wait for y'all to see. We just need to make a few iterations to it. So just 2 artworks left to approve there, but everything else in terms of the core and boss sets have been approved and ready to go. The terrain, the tokens, all that stuff. And it's just like the expansion stuff that we're still working with them on the individual card arts for approval.
I mean, we sent them 1,600 things to look through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's taken a long time, but it's kind of understandable. I mean, they really love their IP, so do we, and so they're just making sure that we're living up to their standards.
Holidays kinds of slows things down to get answers for approvals and stuff, and like change the bell, change the, just get that. Otherwise, while we're waiting on approvals for all of the stuff, the rest of the stuff, I've been able to make improvements to the miniatures, right? We're not sitting here doing nothing. So last time I spoke to you, we got the improved faces, and I want to Joe, if you'll zoom in over here.
They send us bags of heads. It's real weird.
Yeah, there were so after all the improvements came in terms of faces, all of these are ones that I wanted to further improve and compare them old versus new, and so that's what you're seeing right there. I'm actually going to show you a few different things and switch between Joe's camera and a recording here of our Skype conversations and pictures that we're sending back and forth. So first off is, I think that Dan's Hadoken, or, well, his version of the Hadoken is drooping. Goodoken. And so we wanted to straighten that out. So we created a new process for the peg there. So we've got that straightened out now. If you see here in this picture, it's straightened out. One of the craziest things that we were talking about was Laura's face. We didn't want to show. Okay, but it doesn't matter now because as you can see here, we have improved Laura's face.
Yes.
And you give her a little bit of lip texture, and you get a little bit of coloring to the teeth, and improve the eyes. It looks so much better now. And then we're going on to Q. So remember, we said, let's put some newsprint on there, get some actual, maybe throw some stuff on there, and then give more shading. So see here, you can see that shading really has improved. It really makes that miniature pop. And then there is the little Easter egg there for the newspaper. So we got all that done. And then remember how we mentioned, like the Alex, I wanted to go ahead and let's get these cans, metallic. So stuff, small little details like that.
Yeah,
we could just improve. I had a 4-hour call, essentially, with the factories over there with Leah on, little small improvements that we can make to the miniatures, and we've done that. So next up is the Bison Kami. This is now one that we noticed here. If you look at her arms, they have different colors, so we've improved that, and and we've got her eyes improved now. And then same thing with the Kami. If you remember, Kami was missing her yellow triangle on her cap over here. So now we've got that corrected here. So she's got the yellow triangle on her cap. Here's a picture of some of these different faces that we're iterating and improving on and making sure that the eyes and pupils look great. Another really cool thing is that we've got our dice done. So I wanted to show kind of what the standard dice look like, without our special effect, just to show you how impressive these new dice are. This sort of swirl effect that we've given them. These are the actual dice that you're getting. Here's the boss dice in the add-on. This is actually an add-on. Otherwise, you're getting these dice in the core set. That's what everybody is getting. And just to kind of compare it with, old standard, single color dice, I think the swirl dice give it that sort of Street Fighter 4 paint-ish look to it, brush stroke rather. Okay, going on to improvements for the miniatures. We've made improvements to Honda. So remember we talked about how these arms were a little too milky. Well, we've got improvements there. One of the big changes and one of the best improvements, I think, is our Guy. So Guy, I don't know, we went with this sort of orange effect, but I just think it clashes with his actual uniform. And if you look at when he actually performs this move in the video game, it is not fire. It is not orange. It's actually an air effect. So I went in and asked them, show me what an air effect would look like. And I think it really sets the model off nicely. It looks really, really good. And showing you that. So Guy has much improved from that one. Also, Karen over here, she's got kind of, what would you call that? An ice cream? What is that? Bomb pop or something like that?
Yeah.
With
or bicycle tassels like hanging off the handlebars.
Yeah, exactly. With the tricolor, the multicolor. And that's the way her move sort of looks in some art. But in order to get her cleaner and making that look more impressive, we went with this sort of uniform look to it. So you've got the orange flowing off into a lighter yellowish. And I think with that color effect, it really, sets it off nicely and doesn't make it quite so complex looking or a little out there. Another improvement that I think we could have made, and we did make with this extra time and approvals, is Macaulay's eyes. Now, these are, the corrected eyes, but going back and having time to look, if you'll notice here, he's got black eyes with yellow pupils.
Irises, yeah.
Irises. And so I wanted to see what that would look like. They were giving me, eyes like that, and I was like, no, I think that we can do better than that, and we have. So let me show you those here. It's in a separate combo. Right over here. Yep. And I think those eyes look much better. They match Macaulay much better, in my opinion. Really Another improvement that we made is, if you notice here, we've got our boss. We got Goken up against another boss, or say our Bison. Their special effects are so impressive. And Goken is a boss, and I felt like he was a little bare compared to these two guys. So I wanted to give him special effects of his own. And I noticed that, hey, this is Ryu's master, and as Ryu's master, he could benefit from using some of the same stuff that we've seen on Ryu. I was playing with my family over Thanksgiving, which, by the way, they loved it. So I think that Goken could use some special effects, if you remember last time. So here's some images of Goken's special effects. Instead of fire, we wanted to go with a little bit of a water look, a lighter look to it. So we've got that. And I think finally now Goken has a little bit of that oomph.
Yeah, he feels like a boss. Yeah.
The dark blue, though, I think we can make it a little lighter. Give him his own unique thing. Being so light side, maybe we can go ahead and make that lighter. So
yeah, it's an appropriate contrast between him and Akuma too.
Yeah, and all right. So, and then the next improvement that we did was to Violent Ken. Violent Ken, where is he at? So his eyes. Joe, if you'll zoom in on his eyes, if possible, they're just normal eyes. White with little black, pupils. And I think we can do better than that because he is infused with psycho power.
Yeah.
Now in this image, don't look at his mouth because we're gonna improve that one here. This was just sent me for just the eyes and the eyebrows, and those have improved. And then if you'll notice, we better matched the psycho power. I feel like the psycho power was too light and magenta, so we've improved the psycho power across the board. Another thing that we've done is we've unified our fire effects. So let me bring you Evil Ryu, Joe. If you could zoom in on Evil Ryu, look at his chest. And I was like, we can do better than that. You know, so I wanted to add some additional color to his chest. At first, this is what we were coming with. We were just doing two-tone, right? And it looks better.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, 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 no. We could go even better than that two-tone because there's got to be this dark hole in his chest. And we were able to do even better than that. And let me show you our current progress on that. There we go. There's
now
the
it looks like a burning hole.
Burning hole. Get that impressive three-tone up on the chest there. And if you notice, we added it to his back as well. We're going hardcore in the detail there, as you can see. Also, we added a uniform fire effect, so the fire has been improved. Joe, if you'll zoom in on the fire there, you know, it's got kind of a different color fire than all of our fire effects. But by making our fire as realistic as possible, we've been able to uniform the fire across all miniatures, so the fire has been improved. So, I think we've pretty much covered everything. We're making improvements to Alex's eyes, is what you're seeing here. And then you also see those bottle cans that we already talked about, making you know, improving to those metallics. And yeah, so what is the big update here? So, you know, we've gotten these cards printed for us, and you can come in here and you can see all the art. Now, we can't put these cards up individually. That's not what our licensor wants, but know that the cards are pretty much done, and then they'll be in the set for you. And then also the rule book. That's the big update we'll take from the November update, is that our rules have been taken from all of our documents and our play tests and all that stuff and finally assembled into a rule book that you guys can go through. Now, realize this is not the final rule book.
All the examples aren't there yet. There's going to be more things added to it. It needs to be like the professionals need to go through and proofread.
Well, the examples are there, but I think that we wanted to make our rules like an alpha version so that you guys can go through it, because Kickstarter rule books, honestly, they're bad. A lot of games I play are bad, and I don't want our rule book to be bad. I want to check our understanding, because we play this game all the time, and you guys don't. So if you guys will open the rule book, read through it yourself, see if it makes sense to you. Now, I know it's a little harder because you don't actually have the cards in the game yet to play, but at least read through it and see if you understand the terminology and the language, and let us know if there's spelling errors or printing errors or anything like that. There might be, because it is an alpha. I already have notes myself, so know that I'm actually making some changes already. But I just want to put it out there now as the November update, so that you guys can go through that and get a better idea of the game. So the rule book link is down below. If you guys want to download that, you'll get a better impression of the game. So, and then I've also just want to say that I've been playing it, you know, a lot more, you know, over Thanksgiving. Brought in my family. They freaking loved it. You know, they were really impressed by it, and just playing the game so much again with new people has made me realize how awesome of a game we've actually made, and I'm very, very proud of it. And so while the approvals on our thousands of pieces of art is taking longer than expected, know that while that process is going down, I'm making everything even better. You know, we're not sitting on our hands over here. And by Christmas, we're going to have one more December update for you, which is going to show off pretty much all of our finals. If we can get it in time. I know holiday shipping is really bad. I don't know what it's like in customs from over here, but we're going to try to have all that stuff for you by Christmas, and then we'll be in production. So that's kind of the timetable there. And then just a few short months after that, you're going to have these in your hand, and my God, you're going to want to show this off to everybody. It's going to be freaking great. So check out our rule book. Know that I'm iterating these miniatures as best as possible up until the last minute when we get the final approvals from Japan and America, and we're going to have quite an awesome game. All right, guys? You know, if you guys also want to buy the game, there's no current way to buy it, because, you know, we had to finalize our production numbers. but know that we'll have some additional copies that we'll be selling at conventions and game things, and then eventually we'll have to do a second print run. So we'll go back to Kickstarter. So for those of you who don't want to overpay, because I know I hate it when I see people gouging on eBay or something like that, know that we're going to do a second print run, but you'll just have to wait until then. But I just wanted to do this update for all of you guys who have backed the game, and you're going to get something truly, truly special. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.